This is the podcast of finews. My guest today is Tobias Kamber from BIL Suisse. Good morning, Mr. Kamber.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Mr. Kamber, currently we are in a period of a lot of turbulences. We have the war in Middle East with Iran. What is the impact of your business?
Thanks for the question. I think it's first very important to recognize the impact that the situation in the Middle East currently has on a global scale. I think it's important to see that, first of all, it has an impact on the human side. So the humans in the Middle East are very much affected, but also on a global scale, it has impact far beyond the Middle East. We see an increase in the geopolitical risks. We see a certain paradigm shift on a global scale in terms of geopolitics, which is also not quite clear what will be the final outcome of that. So a lot of impact and uncertainty that we see also in the financial market. We have seen an increase in energy prices on the oil, also on the jet fuel, which tremendously went up in recent weeks. Gas prices. Certain regions are differently affected by this price spikes, but we also see increased prices in the fertilizer business. So this is also has a profound impact on the agricultural production, and we will see in the midterm also an increase in food prices. So the whole situation in the Strait of Hormuz, where a lot of trade is now blocked, has a profound impact. I think for us as a financial boutique, it's important that we still stick to our fundamental approach that we have. So talking about the long-term view, we try to zoom out, step back and assess the situation holistically. We always have the diversification in mind. And of course, what is also very important, especially these days, is the strict diligence in terms of risk management. And I think what is important now from a client side is that we stay close to our clients. I think we have this interview now, but the front colleagues, my front colleagues, they are in close contact with our clients, constantly helping them to navigate through this stormy weather.
What do you recommend your clients at the moment? I think they are getting a little bit nervous.
Sure, the uncertainty in the market and the volatility that we see, that's sure that clients have certain concerns on that. We certainly are here to help them, stay close to them. I think important is that you keep the discipline, that you don't react really on short-term news like on social media and you immediately react to it. So you zoom out, you keep the long-term view, you keep the strategy that you have implemented. So that is very important to navigate through this stormy weather. And I think given the approach we have to investments, ideally clients have now positioned themselves in their portfolios in a way that they can withstand these headwinds currently on a global scale, that they can take a certain impact on the volatility, and maybe also use the situation to kind of position or reposition partially themselves to be ready when markets again stabilize and the issue is solved in the Middle East.
Now there are a lot of experts who say Switzerland should be or is the winner of this conflict. Do you already see a shift of assets going to Switzerland?
I think what the market has seen in Switzerland, but also what we see on a daily basis in the recent weeks, of course, the demand from clients, particularly based in the Middle East, that has increased. So we have already existing clients because the Middle East is one of our core markets. And we do have clients that are based there. And we have seen an increased urgency also on the transactional side to have executing the diversification a bit more quicker, maybe also away from the Middle East. We have certainly also seen a demand of potentially new clients from the region that are thinking to diversify away from maybe the exposure they have in the Middle East. So that's clear that we've seen that. I think for Switzerland as a whole and the financial market, these situations typically we've seen that in the last couple of decades that in crisis situation like this, Switzerland has always evolved with a strong position. We're still globally the number one offshore financial center, despite voices that you hear that it's going down and more down, but
we
still
will
number
lose
one.
this in the coming year.
Exactly. Others are coming up, thinking about Singapore, Hong Kong and others, but I think we should like and embrace the competition on that side because it will also benefit ultimately the clients. So we should not shy away from this competition. But I think what Switzerland brings with it is the political stability. It's the close interaction between the regulator and the financial industry, where we have a very good regulation, a technology-neutral regulation that allows the companies to thrive individually within a certain framework. We have the direct democracy that helps to have a stable political environment. So no one has to expect overnight dramatic shifts in the political approach and the rule of law. And I think that is very attractive in certain times like these.
So do you see Switzerland, the finance place market in a good position?
I think so. We have seen after each crisis, also in 2007, 2008, and also with the disappearance of the Swiss client privacy, that still Switzerland remains strong, adapted quickly to the new situation, new realities. And I think the Swiss DNA is to look forward, to overcome obstacles rather than drowning in them. So we try to find solutions and go forward. And that's I think the beauty that we have also with a strong talent pool, strong workforce that are really dedicated and want to do the right thing.
Let's talk about BIL Suisse. Your company has invested in the last year a lot of money in the platform and has signed a 5-year contract with Avaloq. What kind of benefits do you expect in the coming years?
Yes, it's true that we just recently extended our collaboration with Avaloq, which is our outsourcing provider for the core banking system. So that allows us to have a very lean setup that allows us to be always at the forefront of the technical development because we don't have the complexity in-house. We can outsource that. We can also profit from the expertise in terms of security, cybersecurity, which is very important nowadays. And we also know that Avaloq is very strong when it comes to development in the AI space, because behind Avaloq is NEC, Japanese company, so they have all the firepower to invest and innovate, and we can profit from that.
Yeah. So your ambition is by 2030 you want to be one of the leading financial boutique in Switzerland. What will happen till then? What are your milestones on this way?
Sure, yeah, our ambition is high. You mentioned 2030, 5-year strategy that we are working on it as we speak. I think it's not only, but also about numbers, of course, but we want to be perceived in the market as the go-to place financial boutique where clients receive a very high quality advice, where we can support clients in their challenges that they have, and we, the team, and we all embrace when clients bring to us very complex challenges and try to find solutions with us. So that is driving us in the morning to get up and help them to hopefully achieve their dreams and what they want to achieve on the financial side as well. So that drives us really. And we certainly want to be client-centric. So that's very important of our DNA, end-to-end in all 3 locations that we have in Switzerland, that we have a dedicated workforce. I think that is willing to go the extra mile and find solutions to the clients' challenges, and we help them to overcome those. Then we continue to invest in the platform. We mentioned it before. I mean, with Avaloq, strong partner. We have also moved all our services into the Microsoft Azure cloud. So we are totally ready for AI deployment, which also we are working on as we speak. So we are future ready, so to speak, and we have a lean setup. We outsource complexity, and we really do everything that we can focus.
Your focus on the daily business, the business with the customer.
Exactly. That's our ultimate goal, to make the customers and clients happy. At the same time, we see that our staff is also happy with good offices, modern offices, because when you have a happy workforce, I think that also then translates into good solutions and going the extra mile for our clients.
Now you're opening a new office in Geneva. What are the plans do you have there?
Sure. We just opened, as you mentioned, recently our new flagship branch in Geneva. We're very happy about the outcome. It's in a very located in a very modern office building right in the center of Geneva. I think it was a deliberate choice that we upgrade our presence in Geneva. We see a huge potential in the Romandie, in the Swiss Western market, and in Geneva, which is a very important financial center, not only for Switzerland, but globally. Yeah. So historically also strong interaction with the Middle Eastern clients who have an affinity to Geneva. So we want to grow in Geneva tremendously. We really looking to double our relationship managers numbers in Geneva over the next couple of years in a very, let's say, structured way, because yes, we welcome new relationship managers, but we also want that they fit our culture, that they can fit into our groups and our Swiss risk profile, and that they can be close to their clients and build a trusted relationship with them. And the investment into the location Geneva is also the last mile that we did, because we pre-invested in Zurich quite heavily in modern offices, as well as in Lugano, where we also have a presence. So that is our commitment to Switzerland, to all 3 financial centers in Switzerland.
That means also that Geneva is getting more and more important for your company.
That is exactly true, yeah. So we really think that we have a potential to grab some market share in the western part of Switzerland, and in particular in Geneva, yes.
Now, at the end, let's talk about your role. You have different roles at BIL Suisse. You are at once General Counsel, and you are also COO. That's very unusual, this combination in Switzerland. What's the reason for?
I'm actually very happy that you asked me that, Dominic, because it shows the DNA and the spirit we have in BIL Suisse. I think we try to challenge traditional setups. We try to be efficient in terms of operations. So that's really a testament to that we try, where it's also regulatory feasible, to combine roles and to have a lean setup in terms of workforce. I think in nowadays world, it's more and more important that you combine operational and strategic decisions on the technical side with a view what's going on the regulatory side, what is required from a compliance point of view, what is required from audit traceability point of view, and to wear both hats and combine that early on helps you to hopefully navigate through these challenges in a proactive way, and you don't end up with negative surprises at the end when you roll out certain tools, right? And maybe as a practical sample, just recently, the negotiation of Avaloq. So that really helped me to combine both hats, because at one point I knew that what my colleagues in the various departments, what they require from a technical perspective, what we need to do. So I was able to ensure that this is also translated into contractual phrases that will ensure going forward that Avaloq is delivering what we need, and at the same time I could also implement the necessary legal texts to ensure that from a regulatory point of view and auditable point of view, that we have the respective language and the grip on our outsourcing partner.
So it makes for you and the company easier to make decisions.
I think so. That's always that was at the start of that thinking, and this combination, I think for us is working well, I would say. Whether this is the right solution for other companies is for them to decide for, but for us it's really positive, yeah.
Mr. Kamber, thank you so much.
Thank you very
much. Being
much.
Our guest. Thank you.